Lies, damned lies, and history. This is my 9th video in my StarForts series. So many of you have only just subscribed and found my videos, starting with video number 7, which was on LiDAR in 3D. And I urge everyone to actually go and look at my Our Story playlist and watch them from start to finish, because they do lead a logical progression to where I'm up to with my videos and where I think you should be up to. Now, I received a comment, I've removed his name off this, basically quoting me the history textbooks, saying how Berwick-upon-tweed was completed in 1569 by Elizabeth I, and there's a similar fort in Ayr in Scotland, which I haven't looked at. But let's go and see what we find on the LiDAR. So this is Berwick again, and I'm just going to zoom out on this 3D system. And as we zoom out, we notice the blue areas. And basically the LiDAR on this system only really covers England. And if we zoom out a bit further, so Ayr is on the other side of the coast, right in the middle of that big blue area there. So we're going to have a look at the National Library of Scotland maps. Now, obviously being Scotland, they have got some LiDAR data. So I'm zooming in onto Ayr here in Scotland. And I believe the fort that he was referring to was this particular fort, right here in sort of like the heart of the town, I suppose it is. And in particular, I want to look at the bastions and the distance between the bastions. So I'm going to zoom in here on Google Maps, when I go the right way, and measure the distance. And there is a reason for doing this. I'm measuring the distance, which you can't see on here, between the bastions. In fact, I'm actually measuring it between where I believe the sluices are on the bastions themselves. Now, you will need to go back and have a look at video number 1 to see what I'm talking about. But the distance here between where I believe the sluice should be on each bastion is 90 meters on this particular fort up in Ayr. So that's 90 meters from here to here. And on the top one, it also measures 90 meters between the left and right on the top wall there. And if we go back here into the 3D LiDAR and zoom back into Berwick-upon-tweed. Now, I noticed this when I was looking at this fort. Between the sluice, which is sort of halfway down the little gap down on the bastions, we find the sluices. Now, here on this wall, from bastion 3 to bastion 4, it's 600 meters. And on bastion 4 to 5, it's 600 meters. 1 to 2 and 2 to 3 are 500 meters. Now, I don't see this as actually, well, this is a problem, because here in the UK, we use the imperial measurement system, and we can find all the information about imperial measurements and how they've been standardized through time and based on Roman, Celtic, Anglo-Saxon and local measurements. But go and look, go and measure the StarForts, go and look. They are all measured in meters, not feet and inches, not yards, but meters. And then when you look at the distance again between StarForts, they're in multiples of half kilometers between StarForts, between the center of one StarFort and its next StarFort. And I'm going to show you this in great detail in my next video, and why I came to the conclusion that all these measurements are in meters. Now, the problem with meters is that meters weren't introduced into Europe until, well, the Renaissance or whenever that was. And they'll tell us that was in 1800 or just mid 1700s. And none of the information lines up. The evidence does not match the narrative. And this is where we have the problem. And once you realize that the evidence doesn't match their narrative, then the whole thing falls apart and we have to rethink everything. And this is where I'm coming from. And this is why I'm looking into it. And this is why I'm doing these videos. I'm making these videos to change the way you think, because almost everything you have been taught was designed to program you to stop thinking critically and accept everything you are told as truth without question. And there you go. Please like, subscribe, and share my videos. Thanks.